Okay, so there's just this one thing about what happens in your life. You keep going, and then people come and they have a dog. And the dog barks and shows you signs of, I don't know. You know, the dog comes to me and barks. And she says stop, but he doesn't stop. And he comes to me. And then he's standing right next to me. And then, you know, how am I supposed to be if I start becoming more like, my mind is growing and I start being like this, and dogs actually come for me? You know, I have had this more often, that I felt like dogs came to me for stability because they recognize something in me, like, you know, I'm like in tune with nature or something. But I show no signs of fear in a certain way, but I keep my distance. That's just how I've done it with dogs now, because I don't have to be overly friendly with somebody else's dog, because in a sense it's their dog. It's like energy and stuff, and I'm not gonna, you know, do stuff. But then people come and they say, and I say, could you maybe like keep your dog more in check? And they're like, but I did it. But you know, he came barking at me. You know, is that normal behavior? It was your cap. It's like, last time somebody said it was the stick. No, it's not. It's none of that. It's not the cap. It's not the stick. You know, it's either my presence or your lack of stability, that the dog actually comes running for stability to me. Because you should be controlling your dog with your mind. And that's possible. You know, I'm already sometimes feeling like I should have my own dog just to show others how it's done. You know? Well, that's a bit extreme also. Plus, I don't think at the moment, you know, that should be something, you know, if in 5 years that woman still didn't come, you know, okay, you know, I'll get the dog. You know, I get it, message accepted, I'm just gonna be alone in the forest. But until that happened, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just going to get these things off my chest. And then people come and you tell them, could you maybe train your dog a little bit better? And they're like, oh, I have done this. Well, could you do it again? You know, could you pick up on that training? Because apparently, you know, was this the way it's supposed to be? But then she riled around and she said, no, it wasn't. And then she accepted and they said, you see, thank you, you know. You also have to sometimes accept criticism. But I don't know how, you know, if somebody else would have done it, there would have been a misunderstanding, they would have hated each other, and but sometimes when I do these things, it's like, you know what? I'm going to keep training my dog. So my message is, you can certainly improve on your communicational skills. So despite the fact you may not know who you are and all that kind of stuff, whoever you meet, right, you can communicate with them without trying to do anything super. You can just be open. You can just be there and say, was that how you would like your dog to behave? Or would you like it to be like, you know, you just point to the side, you snap once and the dog knows where to be. And then you walk and the dog is next to him and the dog doesn't even care. He's just focused and you're focused and both of you are focused and you keep walking, and you know, that's then, yeah, that's how I want to see it, you know. You're in charge, the dog walk next to you, and that's then, you know, if I'm an old woman or a child, I can feel safe when this dog is around because the dog knows its place. So I don't know how sometimes these things happen, but there seems to be some kind of communication. And especially when I come from a hike. I feel much stronger. And sometimes it makes all the difference if you simply are imbalance. And nobody can push you around. You're just a boulder. And then people say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna train my dog. Now I'm gonna turn this off. Cheers.